Hello and welcome back to Hard West. I am Chris Cavalier. So we're about to enter into a fight. We have The Undertaker, we have Oswald Harrington, and we have Abe Fleischer. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look to see what we have with our card screen. And again, this screen for some reason is always just a little bit slow to react. So let's see here, we have the Ace of Clubs, which is a Jinx, which we saw going on in the first fight. Let's see here, Mr. Harrington has the Chain Kill ability. So let's go ahead and try to put some stuff together here. Scavenger, the Crippler. Let's throw the Crippler on him. That'll be a pair. That gives him some movement. Sama. Alright. Let's see. Some additional movement for you would be a good deal. What happens if you have 3 of a kind? It gives you plus 30 luck, which should be great with your Chain Kill ability. What's this here? Shadow Kill. Ravage an enemy not protected by sunlight. I kind of like that for him. And then this guy. Let's give him a Scavenger. Let's give him the Black Joker. And we can go ahead and give him an extra hit point. Well, does he really need that? See, that put him at 9 health. Again, it's going a little slow. A little slow on the uptake. I'm not going to go clicking too much just because I don't want it to crash on me. There's actually one of my biggest complaints in the game is that sometimes things don't necessarily react too quickly in some of these screens. So we got a 7, 5... almost putting a hit point on Mr. Big 10-gallon hat here might be the smart move, Mr. Oswald Harrington. So let's actually go and look at doing that instead. What's that do for him? That still puts him at 3 of a kind, which we cannot improve upon. Still gives you a pair. I think that'll work. That evens us out hit point wise and makes it so he can't be taken down with a single shot. So I think we will do that. Let's go ahead and make sure we have the right weapons. And I guess we probably could check out our talisman since I made a bunch of them. See the bear figurine, plus 1 hit point, plus 2 movement, plus 4 sight, plus 5 aim, plus 4 movement. What was the other? How much movement was this? It's only 2. Let's go ahead and put the sturdy shoes on him. For you, I think we'll go ahead and give you... Let's see what I want to give you. Can give you just extra hit points. That'd be up to 7. And then you, I think we will give you plus 5 aim to help you out. Do we have any extra guns? We have a Western rifle that we purchased. I think that's a good move to give to you. 6 shooters. 6 shooters. Okay, I think we're good. See if we have anything going else on down here. So Fleischer is disposable. He's not an essential guy. It's good to know. The Undertaker and Harrington arrived at the Mad King's hideout. They were looking for Reverend Ashmore.
The Undertaker and the Bounty Hunter approached the abandoned sawmill. They needed to find Reverend Ashmore, hopefully more alive than dead. They would either stumble into him by chance in one of the buildings or beat the truth out of the Mad King.
Okay, I remember this map. It's one of those maps where it's really easy to get out of position and get flanked. So we are in a setup phase. I think we got some guys over there. Definitely have some guys here. So we got some sheds that we could see if we could find this Reverend in. So I guess we'll probably end up splitting up here. You do have the Shadow Kill ability, which maybe we could put to good use. The question is, where is that going to be the best use at? Not entirely sure right off. So what we may do is just go ahead and move up. See if we can reveal anything here. Oh, there's only 4 guys there. Oh, and look at her. Is that a strumpet? Hey, Mommy, look, a strumpet. No. She's modestly dressed by the internet standards. Okay, Mr. Fleischer. We're going to put you in a pickle. You go check that out. Let's see, where do I want to have you go? Maybe we'll have you work around this way. Oh, you got the shriek! You're a shrieker! No, that actually is pretty cool, because if we did the shrieker, it's going to help us take down everybody else. How close can I get? Is the question. Let's go over here and just look. Hopefully I don't set this thing off. Okay, I'm right at the precipice, if you will. I'm almost thinking we just focus everybody over here and just start taking people out. So you loot the supply boxes for food, 4 remaining. Subdue the Mad King to learn about Ashmore's whereabouts. Okay. Guess the other option is to try taking people out from 2 different sides. Yeah, this guy right here will be pretty much right on top of us. What happens if we move you here? How many people do you see? Oh, you see that guy back there. You see this guy here. There's a guy over there. Which means I'd probably want to step here, shoot him, and then work over. What could you do? You know, there's nobody standing definitively in the shadows as of yet that I can easily kill. Could go grab that right away. That would be interesting. I wonder if it'll set them off, though. Right there's pretty good cover. It's pretty good cover right there. Ooh, and I'm jinxing them. That's probably going to help as well. You know, at this point, I'm thinking of just starting this thing off. I think that is not a bad choice. So what I'm thinking with you is to move you way over here. It's weird that I don't have any... I wonder if she's going to be able to do. She'd probably just come back over here and hide. But I want to get this guy out of the way. Actually, I wonder... 51%, that's not the best odds. So what I may do is try to move up. 100%. 100% are excellent odds. Let's take it. And then you, I'm going to have you move over to here. And you have your quadruple shotgun, which is a very fun item. At this point, though, maybe we'll just use the rifle, since it only need to do 4 damage. And it has a lot of ammo. Okay, these guys are moving like idiots, which I am very appreciative of. Very appreciative indeed. Okay, so these guys are going to try moving up on him. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. Scary. They're going to run his luck down to nil. If you don't know what nil is, that's to the nub. The big 0. Okay. So I want you to do Mr. Oswald Harrington. So I want you to move way over here. Actually, you can move way over to there. Get a shot on her. And you'd be able to open the door. Well, this is all kinds of cool movement. Okay, open the door. Do you see anything? No, I was tricked. I was tricked. Let's see, this pistol I think is going to do the job nicely. We'll take that. Then you... I'm going to have you move... Oh, I guess you can't quite go there. How about over here? Well, geez, how about way back here? We're going to go here. Or here. You know, I might as well just go here. Let's go here. I think that'll work for us. 79%. Is our rifle going to be any better? Nope. We're going to use a 6-shooter. Make it happen, Mr. Undertaker. Fleischer. So what I want you to do, I think... Just they can get a shot on us there? They might. They very well might. Okay, well, that's like horrible pathing. Why would you run through that? You know, this is not making me happy. Could go here, although that's not going to do me a whole lot of good. Can't go that way. Yeah. It's annoying me. If I go here, well, actually I could run all the way over here. I could go right there. If I go there, what's going to happen? I don't know, but we're going to do it. He should be out of sight. So the goose jerky that I'm chewing is Cajun blend cayenne pepper. And it's pretty darn fresh, so it's good. Alright. Back to serious business, right? We're all about the serious business. So that guy, I wonder if I can do that to him. Nope. It's not going to work. So, let's go back over to here.
The crate contained much-needed food supplies.
We'll take it. We will take it. We're also going to start moving over this direction to help him out. Let's see, you... Could honestly just move you forward. Maybe just step over here, get out of sight, maybe he'll move, make a mistake. Let's go ahead and just reload. And you... Yeah, we'll take this. Won't we? Let's introduce him to our... Oh, you missed with the quadruple shotgun. That's like almost... mathematically impossible. Unbelievable. Okay, you keep on moving up. Making sure we have lots of cover opportunities. Okay, we can flank her. I think we can use our rifle on her. By the way, don't ever say that to an actual woman, saying that you can use your rifle on her. It's a little bit awkward and probably not completely appropriate. 34 damage, or 34 damage, 34% chance to hit. That's not very good. Those are not good odds for all you mathematicians out there. So what we may do is sit tight. Could do the shriek. Although shriek for one guy is not probably a very good move. So what we may do is actually shoot at him and just try to drain his luck a little bit. And you... then we can start moving you back around the way whence you came, and that doesn't seem like the greatest idea ever either. So what we could do is tuck you back in here. Okay, this guy's doing all kinds of weird stuff. That guy's moving around. Okay, that's a shot I would never ever even think of taking. It is so unusual. Okay, so that guy's still there. It's kind of a cheat move that I know that, but that's what we do, isn't it? We're outlaws. We always do cheat maneuvers. So, what can we do? Now we could inch closer, I guess, would be one thing. Except for we have a good chance of getting flanked. Over here we could go. Not a big fan of that either. Let's go way back over here. We'll bleed him. There we go. I would like to have you move up here and take a shot at this guy, but you'll probably get flanked by doing that. Oh, look at this. Something I didn't even consider. Go for it. Yeah, nice move, genius. Nice move. So there's a guy in there. If we go there, we'll probably be flanked by somebody. Question is, if we go here, are we going to be flanked by somebody? Probably not. It's going to be way back there. Oh, look at this. All kinds of craziness. You know, I think now is a good time to do the Shriek, except for we don't have that as a very good option. Okay, 6-shooter it is. 6-shooter in the side pocket. There we go. Like it. He's gonna get all kinds of heat on him here, but that's okay. Okay, we're not gonna have a shot there. He will take a wild shot at Fleischer. See here, Undertaker. You don't necessarily have a shot, but you could move forward. If you move there, you know, you move there and you shoot back, I think that could work. We could make that work. He's going to have all types of enemies around him here. Oh, can you do that? No. Unbelievable. Okay, we'll change our minds. Just calm down. Let's do it. So he has us flanked, but we also have him flanked. So if you flank a flank... Oh, I guess we have a shot here. Geez, the 6-shooter is still a better option. What we could do... This just gave me an idea. Well, we have no luck, so... Scratch that idea. Let's see, we could move all the way up here. You'd have to go all the way around, possibly out here. But we could get all the way over here and then have a shot at that guy. I guess we have a shot now. Just not a very good one. I think we take it. Oh, yes. Way to go, Mr. Harrington. So this guy's just a pain in the butt for us. I don't know what to do about him. Don't know what to do. You know, I guess we could just move forward up to here, and then we could potentially flank him next turn. I kind of wanted this guy to be our guy that we just throw into the mix, but he's just not making it happen. Okay. Ooh. Through the wood boards. Oh, nice. That was a nice miss. Look at this. Out in the open. Oh. We got a mangled foot. I hate when my foot gets mangled. Oh, look at this. They're flanking us like crazy now. Face mutilation. We've had better days. better days. Yeah, this is not cool at all, is it? We need mandrake powder. Vitality elixir sounds like a great idea. Sounds like a great idea. Okay, how about you shoot that guy now? 57, 75. Let's go with the 75. There, we'll take that. Okay, Undertaker, I thought I had you in this great position, but you are getting whooped. You are definitely getting whooped, and I gotta solve that particular problem. Question is, where do we send you? And we could go. Geez, how do you pad through there? That just drives me nuts. I don't get it. Just don't get it. See, if we move you into that territory, you would probably have a good chance of getting hit, but we could also clear out some of this rabble pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. So if we go over here, it's a 60%. Oh, take it. Good shot. Okay, Undertaker, we need you to perform. We need you to do something. What's your odds in this one? 76. What if we change to that? We did fanning, 44%, 3 times. Go for it. Go for it. Very nice. See what happens now. I'm hoping we win. It's kind of my plan. It is my great plan that I have. So I think we're just going to go ahead and move you in as much as possible. Maybe do that type of thing, grab some food.
More food was found. A blessing indeed.
So that guy is still there. So what we could potentially do is get over here, although that's not really going to solve our big problem. I'm trying to think where's the best spot we can go to make a move on him. You know, there would be an option. Back over here, let's see. You know, right over here could be an interesting spot. Let's just move over here. I think we're going to have some protection from both directions. Except for I can't see that guy, which is annoying. Annoying me. Okay, let's have you move back and around. What do you have? Nothing. But I think we should have you. The bottle of liquor would help a little bit. At least give us an extra hit point. So you got a whole lot of nothing that you can do. Guess you could reload. Could also have moved you, I guess. So if we move up, I guess we could see what's going on and have a really close shot. You know what, maybe it's too close. Let's go ahead and use this. Too bad we can't use our chain kill. but that'll work. Let's see here. You don't have a great shot, but I can move you up. Well. Let's go ahead and move this over here.
Locked up.
All right. We will definitely take that. See, if you're there, you could probably go over there and flank him still. Maybe I need to move you back this direction. Go over here. Let's see, you need to reload anyways. Okay, I was sort of suspecting that. Luck saved us. Luck saved us in the fire swamp. Nothing there. Be nice if I could get some cover here. Guess I could do something like this. 44. We should have a better shot with our pistol. Take it. Okay, I was hoping that you would actually make the shot.
His saviors a lifetime of prayers. The Undertaker looked for a way out of there. Ashmore pointed out a boat they could use to escape downstream.
A boat downstream, okay. I guess we need to get back over that direction. Fair enough. Let's go ahead and just move over here for now. Sees nothing. I think we just keep on moving forward. 7 hit points, that's enough to keep on getting closer. I think you might as well go this way as well. That's right. Use the table that is on a bridge over a small creek. It's kind of a weird spot. If you ask me, I think we're going to have you move. I think I'm going to have you move out of sight. And maybe we'll start moving you back. I don't know. Guys horking in our territory and taking cheap shots at us. We now have a spine fracture. See, we do have a vitality elixir that we could take. We could also, come on, you can do it. You could also just go ahead and move back out of the way. You could go ahead and move here. Take this food.
Packed with rations.
Kind of interesting thing can you do? Not a whole lot. Except for you could move up and start taking shots at that guy. Which I guess is about all we can ask for right now. %. Let's go ahead and use our rifle. See you. I guess we can move you just a little bit closer. See what you got. You got nothing. Whole lot of nothing. This guy's just jumping around, taking shots at the man. Totally not cool. See, we could do something like this. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Okay, we'll take that. Let's see here. Where could you move to? Guess you can move. Go ahead and move up. Yeah, might as well reload since we got no shot. And then you, Reverend. Just go ahead and move up closer, I think. You could reload as well. And I think we might just do a mad dash and get you into some cover. I would like to get that food, though. Especially if we're going to have 4 guys. Okay, so this guy's going to move sort of out into the open. We should have plenty of shots on him. Oh, we got 2 guys. 3 guys. See, you see none of them, obviously. You know, at this point, I'm thinking we just get out of here. Thinking we just make a break for it. But there's no windows in there. I would have liked to kill him. And if I was actually playing, well, not filming, I probably would have, but I thought it was, might as well just get things moving along here. The boat floated with the current. They were out of danger. Reverend Ashmore thanked everyone and asked why they wanted to find him. When the Undertaker told him about his curse, the priest shook his head in embarrassment, replying that he merely had, as all men did, the power to do good. He offered to join the posse and help them with the search. Okay, we'll accept. Reverend Ashmore inclined his head with a smile and pointed to the heap of items stocked on the boat. They were almost all his possessions, confiscated by the Mad King's followers. After rummaging through the collection, he produced a masterfully crafted rifle he called the Bone Hand. Ashmore presented it to the Undertaker, warning that it should only be handled by emissaries of death. Clearly, he believed the Undertaker was one. Alright, see, where do we want to go here? Find Reverend Ashmore. Okay, we did that. Bring 10 ginseng roots to the Red Coyote. And we're pretty low on funds, which means we probably have something that we could actually sell. I did hit I, so I should be going into the character screen sometime in this millennia. Okay, there we go. So it looks like we have a few different things. We have lots of food, which is good. We got all kinds of interesting stuff. Geez, and we took all kinds of big hits in that one, which was a bit ugly. Let's see what we got here. The group found a damaged wagon. After investigating, Harrington determined it had come from the west, but it had been intercepted by people coming from the north. The people then took one person from the wagon and rode back where they came from. The wagon held several interesting items, but the weather was deteriorating by the minute. A vicious sandstorm looked to be brewing. So we could try to collect everything, or we could just grab the items and run. I think let's get moving. The posse collected several trinkets and retreated out of harm's way. Alright. Let's go ahead and go to the railroad station. Yeah, I think we'll have everybody go ahead and eat. Get some sleep. Another day. Okay. So the Iron Globetrotter station building was deserted, but a small hut with a mortar and pestle sign stood nearby. A notice on the wall said, "Merchant train called Protection was due to arrive in the morning." Oh, we could go to the medic's place. $50 a pop. Well, let's go ahead and heal the Undertaker since he is of vital importance. You know, and that's pretty much all we can do. Let's go ahead and wait. Let's see, we could get on the train. Interesting. Protection was a heavily armored vehicle armed with Gatling guns and a contingent of guards. It belonged to the mysterious entrepreneur known as the Protector, and was used as a mobile shop for high-value transactions. Jacobson Price ran sales. Let's go ahead and see what he has here. You know, and we may very well just go ahead and start selling some stuff, as we have got a lot of junk. We got opium, and we have the game pausing on me just a little bit, and thinking, pausing and thinking. Always a great combination. What's this holy amulet? Plus 50 luck, plus 35 luck, plus 4 sight, plus 20 luck. A lot of opium. Okay, let's see what else we got here that we could potentially do stuff with. Bulletproof vests. It's pretty decent. The blue double precision rifle. I've never seen this one before. It's pretty cool, actually. Scoped allows 2 shots per turn. They would do 4 damage. It only has 2 pieces of ammunition, or only room for 2 shots. You know, not probably quite as great as I was hoping for. What's this Bloodberry? Improves luck and defense. Probably can dump that. Mandrake powder I kind of like. The Mandrake root I also like. Nail bomb, although pretty interesting, I think we can go ahead and get rid of. Coyote figurine we can dump. Let's go ahead and dump this lucky horseshoe. Probably could go ahead and just sell a ton of this opium. Don't know that we necessarily need it. See, the holy amulet, the rabbit foot. Probably get rid of this vulture figurine. Let's go ahead and do that. Where's this? Let's go back to this medic's house. Let's go ahead and get Harrington healed up. Let's go ahead and get Fleischer healed up. I think we can leave. I don't know what else I want to do here. Okay, so bring 10 ginseng roots to Red Coyote. So we need to go find some ginseng. Obviously. Jeez, where was ginseng? Was there some at the plantation? We'll find out. I love how you can just travel all the way across the map and no problem. Ginseng. What do you want, 10 of them? Come on. Just thinking. We're thinking. Hold on to your horses. We're thinking. Looks like the tobacco's fairly well priced. I should have brought the opium over here. Well, that was a bonehead move, wasn't it? You know, we could buy some more tobacco. Sell that around. $270. Do we even have that much money to spend? I don't think we do. So, maybe let's not do that. Let's not do that and say that we did. It's always a good idea. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pick up 3 ginseng, and we need some more. We need schmore. Alright, let's try here. Ginseng. This is not going to be cheap, but it will continue our storyline, which is what we want. So I think we need 7. And I guess we probably should pay for it. So let's go ahead and bring this to him, see what he says. And this time if he chokes me, he's dead. Harrington saw something glittery by the side of the road, his eyes settling on an empty whiskey bottle half buried in the gravel. Investigation turned up a note inside. The message read, "Halpin, my dearest companion, this will be my last message. I am leaving this impious land to the rats, snakes, and coyotes and travel to the old world. I won't be another skull on the pile. Should you need assistance in your travels, try the post office southwest of Ghost Town. Good luck, amigo." A party arrived in front of an Indian teepee decorated with a large skull, yada yada yada. Okay, let's give him the 10 ginseng. Red Coyote accepted the tribute, but it didn't seem to improve his demeanor. He snarled something about proving their mettle and hunt for a bear with a broken skull. Why, you dirty rat. Okay, so we got mountains, mountains, mountains. I guess we go to the mountains. Yeah, we'll go ahead and eat. We got plenty of food. Do it, do it, do it. Okay. Undertaker discovered a waterfall. Human skeleton lay at its edge, stuck on a rock. An old, worn-out purse was attached to its belt, and it held a gun tightly in its dead fingers. Should we go for the gun or the purse? The gun or the purse? Oh, let's go ahead and go for the purse. I don't know if we need a gun so much. Picking up the heavy purse disrupted the skeleton. Its arm broke loose and disappeared in the water along with the weapon. 85 bones. We'll take the 85 bones. We're going to... not the mountains. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. The group entered a giant cave, no doubt home to a host of bats, spiders, and snakes. Near the entrance, next to a burnt-out fireplace, lay a corpse. The man had an official-looking attire and had clearly died of cold and hunger. Harrington found a note in his inner pocket. Keacham, I'm worried about rebels. I'm worried rebels will attack the bank. Be sure to change the safe code to 3232. See, let's go ahead and enter the cave, and let's also remember 3232. They saw gold nuggets shining in the darkness near the entrance. Picked up another 40 bones. Let's go ahead and go to these mountains. A giant bear with a festering wound on its head charged furiously towards the Undertaker. The Undertaker managed to kill the monster and recover its skull. An old rifle bullet was lodged in the dead animal's eyebrow. Good job. Okay, so there had been a landslide here that uncovered seams of unique minerals in the bedrock. Some said there never were blue stones here. Others said looters had depleted the deposit years ago. Dense fog obscured the area. The posse's arrival startled a coyote which ran off with something in its mouth. Yeah, let's lure the coyote with some food. They set up the bait and waited behind a rock. When the animal approached the meal, they tried to shoot it, but the coyote was too fast, snatched the food, but left behind a strange medallion. Alright, so we could return to the red coyote, or we can go to the safe. Let's go to the safe. 3232. Don't forget that. Oh, let's see here. What do we got? Read the letter. Oh, 3232. Okay, that's good. So 3, 2, 3, 2. I'm gonna go with 3. Wrong. Uh-oh. Try it again. 3, 2, 3, 2. Let's try 1. There was a distinctive click as the safe opened. The soldier had been right. It was full of treasures. They took it all and left hastily. $200. What else? Who knows? Okay, so that means we can go ahead and go back to Red Coyote. Oh, wait a second. What's this? Decaying post. Let's see what's here. It's on the way. This former federal post office was still received messages and documents, but was now a decaying hangout for crooks and outlaws who traded information about the region. Cody Blake Ash supervised the business. See, we could buy a price list for 2 days. Do we want to do that? I don't know if we even need that. We know it's there. See what Red Coyote has to say. Yeah, we'll go ahead and eat. And we'll sleep, and then we'll arrive. The legendary bear skull rolled towards Red Coyote's feet. The shaman nodded slowly and began an eerie chant. He smeared the blood from his wounds onto the Undertaker, threw some of the red dirt at him, and began dancing and chanting. Finally he fell silent. The shaman assured the Undertaker that his burden should now be eased. The gravedigger wasn't convinced. The posse came across a very peculiar man who walked slowly and clumsily and stank of death. The cards sewn in his clothes read, Severin James. The man walked straight up to the Undertaker and handed him an envelope. When asked about the contents, he pointed toward his sewn-shut mouth and walked away. The letter in an elaborate script read, "I hear you're trying to find me. I'm told you are a handsome man, and I fancy the pleasure of your company. Enclosed are directions to my home. It's a swamp, but a cozy one. Elena, the seamstress." Okay. Where is your cozy swamp? Okay. Opium Den. We don't need to go to Opium Den. Let's go to check out the seamstress. She's heard we're handsome. She must be wise indeed. The group arrived at a hut made of rotting planks and moss. Dozens of candles lit the interior in a cozy fashion. She was right. The walls were decorated with herbs and jars filled with eerie specimens. They were greeted by an elderly and attractive dark-skinned woman. The seamstress seemed to know why they came. She explained that to help them she needed a lock of hair from someone who died in the massacre. Go to Ghost Town and dig up a body. Why not? Although it does seem counterintuitive what our job normally is. So let's go ahead and go. So we are good on funds. It looks like we have 19 food. We're good there. The Undertaker sat among the graves of his dead friends and enemies. His prayer wasn't religious, more a gloomy reflection on his past and present actions. Yes, Exhume. I was just watching X-Files not too long ago here, and yeah, that was one of my least favorite episodes because I don't care for the whole exhuming process. Anyways, the Undertaker couldn't bring himself to exhume his friends. Instead, he uncovered Bloomberg, a local gambler and perfume aficionado. His body was a foul-smelling pile of rot. With a grimace, the Undertaker retrieved a lock of his hair and reburied him. Let's leave. Okay, Seamstress Hut, we're going back. We're going back. Back to the Seamstress Hut. The Undertaker presented the old seamstress with a lock of hair. The witch mixed the hair and the herbs while muttering spells in an unknown tongue. She spent many hours at it before giving up. She said she had never seen a curse this strong. It was as though... Excuse me. That's what happens when you're into the swamp with the seamstress here. It was as though it came from the Lord of Hell himself. She knew no way of lifting it. Before the Undertaker could reply, the seamstress touched Harrington's forehead and he fell unconscious. When he awoke, his aging eyesight was rejuvenated and he felt reborn. That's pretty cool. Okay, alrighty then. Pay another visit to the Hermit, which is way over here. I say we go in guns blazing and show this fool what's up. A thin column of acrid smoke rose from the Shroby Hut, home of Emphas the Hermit. Okay, we go in. The Hermit smiled mysteriously, but did not reply. The Undertaker begged, pleaded, cursed, and threatened, but Emphas was impenetrable. Resigned, the gravedigger decided to return to Ghost Town and take his own life to avoid causing any more harm. Okay, that was not my number one option. But I guess we don't have much choice. Oh, we got to eat first. I don't know if it makes much sense to eat if you're not going to eat anymore. Okay. What are we going to do? Okay, so we're going to prepare to do the deed. Harrington returned from patrol reporting increased cultist activity in the area. The Undertaker told him of his decision to end his life and asked for his help. Reluctantly, Harrington agreed. Well, let's see. Undertaker decided he would not die tonight. He wanted to make sure his companions were ready to fight the cultists, or he could go ahead and do the deed. I think we go ahead and help him take care of the cultists, probably. Okay, I guess that's not really an option, so let's go ahead and do... let's just do it. It looks like we're probably going to enter into a combat, but which is an excellent time to take a break. So it says prepare for battle, and we're going to take a break. Makes sense, right? Thank you for watching Hard West. I'm Chris Cavalier, and I will catch you in the next video.